Okay, so first I just want to say that me leaving Taiwan and going back home to Sweden has absolutely nothing to do with the COVID situation here in Taiwan. Second, I am here at Taoyuan Airport for the first time in 3 years on my way back home to Sweden, to my family, to my friends, and to my home country. I have already started with my roller coaster of emotions, saying goodbye to both Yuan and Minthia, which I will see in a little bit over 1.5 months again. And on the way over here we took the airport MRT, and I was pretty much all alone for the last part, which was super weird as well. And then when I arrived here at the airport, again, barely a single soul. Pretty much every single check-in counter just closed. And you all know these like departure tables, which usually has like, you know, 16 different pages. It was not even like half full, so it seems like not that many people are traveling to or from Taiwan still. But I have to say it was my first time using the new e-gate, which I finally got 3 years ago, but today was able to use. Fun fact, which caught me by surprise, was that if you use the e-gate with a Swedish passport, the interface automatically turns to Swedish, which caught me a little bit off guard, but I could still remember my Swedish, read the instructions, and pass through. Also, since we are talking about fun facts, and because I do have 30 more hours before I get to Sweden and I have to kill my time somehow, this is the first time I'm going with Emirates, which is my mom's favorite airline company. So I'm very excited. So that was frustrating. It just adds on, like nothing has gone as it should today. They did, however, give me a little bit of hard time since I tried to bring 32.5 kilos of Taiwanese snacks. Apparently my ticket only allowed me for 30 kilos, but they were kind enough to let me pass through. It's like the most Taiwanese suitcase I've ever seen. I really hope that my family and friends will very much appreciate the effort of me traveling not only halfway around the world, but also not bringing a single piece of clothing because the suitcase is full and it's Taiwanese snacks, drinks, and a little bit other interesting stuff waiting for them when I come back. And I'm just glad that they did not check my 7 kilo overweight on my carry-on, because then I would have been in much bigger trouble, I think. But yeah, now we're here in pretty much an empty Taoyuan airport. It's just me and the frog and animal sound here from Taroko Gorge departure gate. And I don't know, this just feels like so weird. This is the first time I see an airport this empty, and just like all the stores are closed. Like even Starbucks. Like when have you ever seen Starbucks in an airport being closed? It's like the only thing you can count on, no matter where in the world you are, that you will be able to get a Starbucks coffee and a croissant or a bagel or something. But yeah, I guess I will have to survive. Then I'll catch up with you on the plane, and maybe when we are in Dubai, where I will actually apparently wait another 6 hours before my transfer flight to Sweden. And now a few hours later, I finally made it here to Dubai, where I am gonna transfer for my final flight to Sweden. Although I wish I could say I'm now halfway, I think I actually still have around 22 hours of traveling left to do, which is not something that I want to think about right now. I will actually stay busy. We continue working, making sure to edit. So although I am spending pretty much 2-3 days up in the air, of course there has to be one video this week as well. Update from Dubai airport. I think it's the first time I'm traveling here, and I have heard that Dubai is one of these places that is filled with desert, but also gold vending machines. Sadly, no gold vending machines here at the airport, but I did, however, find an open food court with a lot of generous power plugs, which to me is worth a lot more than a vending machine filled with gold right now. I wish I could say that, you know, the life on the road is a lot more interesting than the life in my YouTube studio, but not really. It's just a lot more tiring so far. I'll spend the next 5 hours editing here, and then I may or may not give you another update somewhere along the way or up in the sky. And if you've already watched my previous video where I am complaining about the fact that although the entire row of emergency seats were available, I was still not allowed to switch seats without paying 6,000 NT, then I don't have to mention that again in this video. So to recap, I have spent the next 6 hours of the trip all crammed up in the middle of the plane, counting every single minute until it was finally time for me and my favorite suitcase to finally arrive at Arlanda, Stockholm airport. And now I am finally back home in Sweden. for the first time in 3 years. But my actual journey home is barely halfway done, I think. Waiting for my luggage right now, and then I'm gonna leave the airport, then take one bus to Västerås, where I'm gonna change bus, take another bus to Karlstad. My parents are gonna come and pick me up, and then it's around 1 more hour of car back to my actual home here in Sweden. So I'm just gonna head over there. Hopefully my luggage will come before the bus in 50 minutes, so I don't have to do what this guy is doing and just run to the bus. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated when I have my luggage. Turns out that I'm gonna be just that guy, because my bus leaves in like 2 minutes, and somehow one of my wheels did not make it all the way to Sweden. So I think we really did pack a little bit too much Taiwanese snacks. Status update. I missed the bus. I only had 5 minutes to run from the terminal to my bus stop, which honestly I would have been able to make if I would not have to spend 8 minutes waiting for a public train, which will take me to the next terminal where my bus will leave, and the fact that apparently the fourth wheel of my 32 kilo suitcase is somewhere between Taiwan and Stockholm right now. But yeah, right now there's not so much I can do about that, other than finding my bus stop and then book a new bus ticket back home for like 2,000 Taiwanese dollars. But yeah, my train between my plane and bus number 1 is here, so I can jump with you guys later. Now we are here in the timeline where I am sitting outside Terminal 2, waiting for my second bus back home to my parents, which should be here in like 2 hours or something. You might have already seen my other video that I decided to just improvise and just let go of my feelings and share my feelings a little bit. But yeah, I managed to kill around 30 minutes recording that video, so now it's only 1.5 hours left. And I also managed to finish the most expensive coffee I've ever had in my last 3 years. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this video as positive as possible. So now I'm actually gonna start editing that last video that I just decided to make like 30 minutes ago. And then we of course have Lukas and Ahlgrens bilar to look forward to. Hopefully I will eat that a little bit later when I am on the bus, and I know for a fact that I will see my parents for the first time in 3 years a little bit later today, in like 6 hours. Right now it's 4 p.m. Thursday Swedish time, and I left Taipei main station 6 p.m. Wednesday. So that is actually 24 hours, 22 hours ago, plus 6 hours time difference, 28 hours, and I have 4 hours bus and 1 hour car. It's 5 hours, 30 plus hours of traveling right now, and probably not more than 30 plus minutes of sleep. So yeah, well, I'm gonna continue editing, and I'll see you hopefully on the bus back home to Värmland. If the next sequence right now is not the bus, I don't know what I'm gonna do actually. It would just be like a little bit too much. Oh my goodness. Well, luckily I did manage to catch that second bus and a few Ahlgrens bilar as well, as the bus took me through pretty much the entire Sweden, from Stockholm in the east to Karlstad to the west. And I don't know if it's because I grew up in the west, but the closer we got to home, both the road, the view and the weather all got even more and more beautiful as well. Until it was time to turn into Karlstad bus station and the absolute most beautiful view of my family standing there, waiting for me to finally come back home after all these years. Hej! Hej Lukas! Hej, vad roligt! Oj, oj, oj. Regnar också. I think this will be it for this video. We're actually not in my home yet, but I think we're just gonna spend the rest of the night, just the four of us. I am truly sorry for cutting this video a little bit short, but I hope you understand that I just wanted to be with my family this first night back home in Sweden without having to think about recording or remind you to like and subscribe to this channel. But with that said, rest assured that I will of course record a lot of videos while I am back here in Sweden, and I will actually be here in Sweden until the 21st of July. So if you are watching this video before then, please do let me know what you'd like to see, both from my home and Sweden, and I'll try to do everything I can to make that happen. As always, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.